Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Normally I would be starting with the splash screen right away, but we actually have two events this time. So we have a Phantom Bot Draft and a Phantom Sealed. Both of them are for Edge of Eternities. We'll start with the Sealed first because this one's the fastest to get into. It's just they give you a sealed pool. Best of luck. We'll see what we land in. And I'm usually very happy with Sotera, and I guess having a Singularity Rupture helps as well. Ultros is kind of a dud. No, it's not kind of. It's a dud. Like Saw Inquisitor is fine. We might be a bit in trouble with our rare, so we'll see if what our commons and commons are lands. How does our colors mix up and all that? So first things first, lands. 2 command bridge is always a good start. So we probably want to run the Singularity Rupture. We could run a white splash or a green splash. But first we're gonna see if black is super. Also, no nutrient blocks. Only 2 artifacts here, so this one's a bit concerning. Let's see what we have here on this. Oi! Okay, we have the combo, so but we're probably not gonna rely on it too much. Actually, we have a combo, but our removal is super bad, so we have to look at our other color for it. We do have 1 board white. Let's see. Emergency eject. Okay, so that's 1 piece of removal. Wedge Knight Rammer is kind of fine. Okay, but that's really bad. Let's take a look at blue. Because this one, it will unlock our Singularity Rupture. Relic's always good. It's fine. I guess we could do a bit of a warp. We have a Lost in Space, so that's some removal. Our pool is honestly very bad. Mechanizo is fine too. Blue-black is looking pretty okay. I might be forced to run this because we are really lacking for stuff. Let's see. We have a cut propulsion, so that's fine. Nebula Dragon is a bit fine up there. Actuator. Nothing Our pool is kind of deep, but it's also kind of all over the place. We're not exactly running. Let's see, maybe the green could save us here. We have a diplomatic relations, mech strategies to solve. Okay, we actually have quite a bit of removal here. And double galactic wayfarer is good. Probably probably 1 run of this. Probably don't want to run this many sky stingers. We'll run the Symbic Might. Don't like the 12-12 mix. But this is what we're looking at right now, so not exactly running a lot of great stuff. What could we splash for? Huh? Oh, nakikikilo. Sige, okay. I guess we could splash white for a serve on them. What's our creature? Our creature count is quite high, so that could work. We could run it like this, probably. I'd probably still keep the Shattered Wings though. Yeah, Sir Vonda is probably good enough to merit the slash. I'm not sure how great it is. Honestly, the whole pile is this is a very problematic pile for us. No solid black removal, like no dubious delicacies, no or any of the other premier black kill spells. The joke is that we have a combo. Yeah, that also yeah. It looks like there might be a bug. There's definitely a bug here right now. So yeah, this. Hope to hit our black. If not, we can always just run our Sky Stinger, which is not great. Yeah, I think we do have to reconsider. I think I might reconsider this one. When it might have removal, in which case this is really bad for us. Yeah, when it's running 3 colors also. We're gonna see a lot of people running 3 colors here. Any 4th land is kind of fine for us. That gives us a Might Form Harmonizer. Sure, I'll take the 4th. I could have just blocked it. Well, I guess I could have just blocked it. Yeah, missing land drops. Yeah, I'm probably gonna drop. I probably will just drop this. It's cute, but it can really mess us up. Which is a shame. We had the 2 command towers. Only going for the lander really helps us here, so I'm not too annoyed. So if I can hit another land, I'm definitely dropping the Harmonizer. Okay, opponent's just dropping the removal. I'm fine with that. Let's force them to have even more removal. I suspect our opponent's running these colors precisely because of the removal. But if they're firing off removal, that means they're not putting any more threats on board, which does buy us quite a bit of time. This is a bit annoying though. This one's fine. I could have splashed into white for more removal, but as you can see, our opponent could just block with 1 instead. Yes, I was basically trying to avoid the double block, so that's why we went with that. Opponent could drop their big creature, make it a 5-2. I wouldn't mind trading, but maybe not with this one. We'll take the hit here. Now I could just play this. I could. Yeah, we'll go white here. Well, there goes one. Now that said, these do allow us to get cards back, so we'll see if our opponent trades their Beckoner. Nope, taking it. I'm fine with that. said, this is probably my best chance to assemble the combo, though. Also remember, this activates a sorcery. Am I going white? I would. Opponent's not gonna swing though, they're just gonna start chopping these up a bit. Which seriously incentivizes me to hit the top. Honestly, I probably should just swing with everything here. Our opponent is gonna be forced to block one, maybe both. Let's not get too greedy. Well, no, let's not get too greedy trying to get the combo. We should just go for it. That said, we can actually swap this to get this one back. Like, say our opponent plays this. Never mind, they're gonna go for the bombard. Alright, let's just start getting our lands out. Though we are in trouble since they still have that last card up. But at least we managed to get rid of. Ooh, that's a good get. Ooh, they're not playing this for. Oh, they just gave up. Yeah, they should have honestly just played that one. They would have had the blocker. We would have gotten in with the Dark Endurance anyway, but managed to get there. That was a pretty good one for us here. So okay, let's start getting our flames here. Well, gems is always fine. Okay, so what did help us was what really helped us there was our opponents gifting us landers. Opponent taking a well, we're gonna go Prospector into Monoist. We might be able to get the Zatera, Perigi, Beckoner into. The thing, this one being sorcery speed in a sense, pretty much means that you're not doing a combat trick. You're pretty much just basically say punching this one for an additional 2 damage. It's unless your opponent is really forced to block, in which they probably aren't. Yeah, us really lacking all the key removal is a problem too. Also, have to remember, do not play this if our opponent has no creatures on board. I don't want our opponent to play a creature first, or at least something. So when it's just setting up, this doesn't do it for us, so we're just doing the slow setup here. I guess we start picking apart their hand a bit. Also, interesting, our opponent chose to give this one up. Red Tiger McCann. We'll take 3. They probably have a fight effect. Commander token actually. They could just crew this one, or they could just hit us. They're just gonna hit us. Okay, gross. Again, we still can't quite take Zatera unless we want to just get. When our opponent, say, plays the Mechan again and escape Crasher, perfect. No, they could just screw this. No, they did not. They intend to block. Get cards that are exiled, so there we go, got ourselves an Ice Cave Crasher, and that does it. Our opponent had a really slow start. Actually, our opponent really suffered a lot there. You notice that after they played the Siege Ship, they did not play a land after. So they were really stuck. It's kind of why I'm not a real fan of super expensive mana bases. You still have to play the early mid, well, the early, maybe not so much depending on the format, but you definitely have to play the mid game. Yeah, there seems to be a bug right now in drafts, so I think that's why drafts are kind of disabled. So we get to go Might on turn 1, Brood Tender turn 2. We're hoping another land for Wayfarer, and hopefully the right kind so can go Sotera. Yeah, one of the a bit of a cautionary tale here that this also we don't have any real weight to pump this. So this is just a 1/1 because it's only another target creature. Yeah, I would really like to hit that third land first so I can say drop these 2 Wayfarers. I'm willing to drop one of these down first because I have something to do. But I would want to be assured of our third land drop, fourth land drop. Pollinator, it's annoying. Now this is... Watch me mill 3 lands. Okay, we milled 2 lands, one of them is Command Bridge, but this one's not too bad. The Fate Maker is a good card, but it's not part of the combo per se, so we can afford to give that up. When I play green-white kind of scares me here. If you haven't seen my last video, we did win our draft on this one. Opponent still has 3 mana, but he is getting his double team. Like, I could have also swung in the Might, it would have given it indestructible, but it's... I'd rather use it to remove something on board, especially... If our opponent blocks, if not, we just get 2 damage and we just play another Brute Tender. They block. Okay, we scared them. Well, there's our Servon Dam, so we don't need to splash anymore. Well, we can still technically get it back, but we won't need the white anymore for it. We could really still use some mana though. That was opponent trying to cast her 2 spells. Well, this is sealed, so they might not have had a choice. They could have eaten. But our opponent is really in the tank right now. Not so sure why. nice. Land, tap, the lander. That's a very good sequence. Unfortunately... One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. But honestly, we're too far behind. Ah! That's the risk of keeping oh, if I need to draw a land. And I'm gonna say yes because that one is a decision of my own making. You can We had enough 2-drops, but the moment our opponent got the had the 4/4, basically they had their own combo. It's a really good one. We were not catching up. This one we're definitely keeping. Turn 2 Zealot, turn 3 Wayfarer. That said, we don't. That's another green-white opponent. So Sammy's Curiosity, they might just try to tech up to get this one. Which is a fair enough play. So we go Wayfarer because that's the big enough. I can see an argument for next turn. Virus Beetle, crack the lander. I could also just play a second. Like if our opponent decides to go for this, I could just play the second Wayfarer. I'm gonna try to set my mana base a bit. So we grab white in case we can serve on them. I am going to take it. Also, it sets us up for next turn 2 3-drops. We're Booming Stinger, so yeah, we're now our opponent could have a fight effect, which would be really bad. Nope, just fine. A bit of a long defensive here. Now, if they have a Halia, we're in real trouble. Okay. Yeah, I'm willing to trade that one because yeah, they're gonna just now start flooding that. That's a bit fine. Pilot, that's fine. Now, do I sacrifice the lander to do a surveil? No, I'd rather just use it to. Now we use this here. There's an argument for using this here and just taking out the other one that way. Yeah, I figure opponent. Yes, let's just start clearing out lands. One is going to try grow that to 5/5. No, moving Stinger again. So we're gonna get hit. Another Sky Stinger. We are a bit of a ways away here, so no, we actually still need 2 more cards to make that combo, so no real guarantees there. Vanishing Light. Now this is another, so wait. Opponent might have a combat trick, we'll see. I'm gonna try, yeah, pairing off their board is perfectly fine by me. So now we need to hit one of our. I need to hit a lot of things here. One probably has to block. Has another creature. The Warp the Luminary, get the 1/1 token. It's not exactly going to stop us from swinging. Yeah, he has to jump block. So now we hold this one back. This is a Surveil 1, so not super great. We might have gotten too far all in on this combo. It's a lot. We take 6. This is sorcery. Oh, sorcery speed? Okay, that's even worse. I guess I know what I'm picking out. What we could have hit here. Yeah, we were not gonna win this one. Kinda needed a lot of help there. There was an argument for letting it land because I did have the 1 enchantment removal, but would have preferred to have more. Still not the worst. That said, we have to remember this is sealed pool, and we did not get the best sealed pool. Actually, we didn't. I'd be hard pressed to say we had a good sealed pool. got Sky Stingers. At least we got Sky Stingers to start going aggro. The Dark Endurance is okay. Okay, not the worst. Opponent probably just swings. They could just hold back. Yeah, there's at least the Sky Stingers kind pair up well to this. Let's see if they have a counter spell. Now I also have to take note. Yeah, I could swing with. I'm gonna swing with this one. If our opponent double blocks, we will end up probably. We can set up a way so that we end up. Oh, here's gonna take. It's fine. This one's just pretty much there to scare our opponent a bit, or force them to have something. Fine with this. No, they're just gonna take it, of course. And you have to take note that this is a creature you control dice, so this one warping away does not count. Opponent's gonna Fury boosters. They will just end up exiling the token and I'm fine with it. Six, they go down to 5. I am fine with that. We can kind of try it again later. If anything, it's created an inordinate amount of fear in our opponent. Okay, relic. Well, the thing is that none of these drones can block our creatures. Well, we have. They might end up actually just sacking this, which would be a neat deal. Yeah, I would sack that. I would sack this one. This one's not gonna block anyway. You could also sack the relic. Oh, yeah, that's a big use. Well, we'll take that. No idea what happened, but we'll gladly take that win. So there we go. We got 3 wins off this one. Normally I'd play a little more of this, but we do have another event, so we're stay tuned for that one. Yeah, I'm gonna make a second video out of that so that you can choose which one you want to watch. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. That's fine. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.